Hi guys, I don't know how well you can see me right now because the light is horrible in this room for some reason, so depending on where I sit, but as I've said before, I'm not that good looking, so you just have to hear me. I'm gonna do something I've never done before on this channel. You know, I've talked about wrestling and pitched my books and everything, and I even did a video game review once that failed horribly. I think it ended up getting like 2 views, and one of them might have been by me. But anyway, I'm doing a movie review today. Now, of course, you all know that I'm a horror fan. I love horror movies and everything. A horror series that I've always loved is the Puppet Master series. Now, of course, it's never going to be up there with the big dogs like Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, or even the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like things like that. But it did have a cult following, and a lot of people still love it. Well, recently I was in Walmart, and I saw a rebooted version. I had no idea it was coming out. I had not heard of it or anything, so I saw it. I'm like, oh my god, this looks cool, and the cover looked kind of cool. I was like, you know what, $13, I'm going to do this. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Well, I could waste $13, because that's exactly what I did. The Puppet Master, the reboot, The Littlest Reich, this is garbage to me. And it takes a lot for me to say that about a horror movie. You're talking to somebody who gave Leprechaun 4 like 7 or 8 stars. And you know how goofy that movie was, Leprechaun in Space? I mean, it is like nothing like the originals. In fact, it's offensive to me as a Puppet Master fan. Now, when I went on IMDb, I looked at some of the reviews, and there were people giving this 9 and 10 stars. I'm like, what is wrong with these people? I have no idea what they saw in it, and there's a lot of people that agreed with me, so it was a mixed bag. But there's going to be spoilers. I'm going to post this in the video description, but there are spoilers. So, I mean, first off, let's start with the story. Okay, in the originals, Andre Toulon was a dude getting revenge for his wife, and he was fighting and killing Nazis. In this video, guess what? He is a Nazi. Gee, I did a full 180 there, didn't ya? I mean, why would you totally change his character like that? Not to mention he looked like he was rebuilt by Victor Frankenstein. He's like a scarred up old dude, and the storyline is basically this guy finds a puppet that belonged to his brother, and he goes to where the Andre Toulon murders happened, or whatever, 30 years ago, and we're in modern day Texas, I think. And so he goes with this girl he used to have the hots for, and his friend who happens to be Jewish. So what pursues is a bunch of hate crimes, like black people, gay people, and Jewish people all getting murdered because the puppets come to life. The puppets are mindless, robotic killing machines. They have no personality whatsoever, and there are multiple versions of puppets. There's even a little baby Hitler puppet. Creative. But all the movie is to me is a mindless gore porn. That is it. It's got a bunch of gory deaths, beheadings and stuff, and there's just no substance whatsoever to me. I mean, I've seen some bad movies, but to me, this is just horrible. I mean, not to mention, it shows like a beaver on the back of this, like a beaver puppet. I never saw that through the whole movie. I mean, like I said, nothing about this made any sense whatsoever. And like, you had like 3 different blades that all looked different, and it kind of makes sense because it's called The Littlest Reich, like, you know, the whole thing. But basically, they've rebooted it to where Toulon was a Nazi instead of killing Nazis, and it's all about committing hate crimes and everything. And not to mention, there's a part in it that blood and gore and stuff, that doesn't bother me, but this was too far to me. A puppet jumps inside a pregnant woman, rips out of her stomach and holds the fetus and carries it away. I'm sorry, even in horror, that is too far. But, this, like I said, this movie is just god-awful to me. I could have bought 3 Dunkin' Donuts iced coffees with that money, and it would have been a lot I'd been a lot happier with it than I was with this. I regret buying it, but to me, if you love the original Puppet Masters, do not watch it. In fact, if you get a copy, burn it with fire. It is just so horrible. And like I said, that's just my opinion. You might like it and love it. Some people might love it, but personally, I hated it. So I gave it, when I went to IMDb and did the review, I gave it 2 stars. Couldn't quite give it 1 because I at least finished watching it. But that's my opinion. Like it or love it. I mean, love it or hate it. I guess that's about all I have to say about that. I'm going to try to get some more videos up soon. If you're seeing this, go look at my other videos, my promotion videos for my books, and some of my other stuff. I've got my Buster's book reviews and everything. Subscribe to the channel, follow me at Chris Snyder83, and that'll do it for this video. And as I always say, happy reading.